Hello, Louisiana Malt Beverage Reviews.
And we're going to start a new chapter.
This is Penn's best non-alcoholic malt beverage.
I know. All right, kids, hold the presses.
We've done other NAs.
Non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, well, this is not the first time. Okay.
So let's speak of benefits of the non-alcoholic beer. And what would you say would be some of the benefits of the non-alcoholic beer?
Me?
Staying in the game. Maybe you don't want to be Ubering, or you don't want to have to drive around inebriated.
You shouldn't do that.
So the goal that I see in reviewing non-alcoholic beers is to see how close these are to beer with alcohol, because we have made references in the past to these so-called heavy alcohol beers that they were so married in flavors and all that you couldn't taste the alcohol. Remember that? So we're going to see how these are, see how these turn out. I'm excited.
Well, I mean, but a lot of beers I can't taste the alcohol.
Well, it's because, never mind.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm excited to put a little review on these. If there's any of you cats out there that that maybe want to have a beer but you don't want to, just say you like the way beer tastes and you don't want to have the alcohol in it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now it says Fred Koch Brewing Company, or some people pronounce Koch, K-O-C-H as Coke or Cook. Fred Koch Brewing Company, Rochester, New York. Well, that's Genesee Brewing Company, Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a company, Fred Koch, and they might still make a beer called Koch Golden something. I've seen photos on the internet. People up north say, yeah, remember that Koch Golden special or whatever? Okay.
So I found this at a local Total Wine store. I was just kind of cruising the area and I was like, man, look at that. What is that? Went past the non-alcoholic section, and these were 6 for $2.99. I figured, heck, pick them up. If it tastes like, you know what, then you're not wasting a whole lot of money. So
$2.99.
$2.99, basically, 50 cents a can. When you look at it.
When I was on the road trip last month to Oklahoma and Arkansas, I stopped at some grocery store. I can't remember where. It wasn't Oklahoma because they had weird laws for liquor, and alcohol. But they had Old Milwaukee non-alcoholic, which I don't see around here anymore. I thought about buying it, but I didn't. Okay, it's golden.
It's gold. It looks like beer. But
it's not. Okay.
Quintessential, just regular old beer.
During Prohibition, all the beer companies made these malt beverages because they weren't allowed to make alcoholic malt beverages.
So this is classified as a malt beverage, not a beer.
It's a non-alcoholic malt beverage. A beer is a malt beverage. It's a malt beverage containing barley malt, but it doesn't contain alcohol. It's only 0.5% or less.
Which is equivalent to the alcohol content. You'd have to drink 100 of these to equal the alcohol content of your standard 5.0 regular.
Yeah, basically. That's a good sign if Total Wine is selling this, because maybe they'll have that Koch special or whatever that other weird lager is from other states. Cheers. I've never had this before. I know you had this already.
I was curious. It's kind of like got a perfumey smell going on.
Yeah.
With it.
Spicy hop note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste it and see what it's all about.
Smell like a lager.
Cheers, kids.
Well,
it's like beer flavored water.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to make it seem like I like non-alcoholic beers. I've tried many Sharps, O'Doul's Amber, Cloth Sommer from Europe, and a few other non-alcoholics. I was Caliber. I think there's one from Guinness makes Caliber or something. But anyway, well, whatever. I never was too thrilled. I wouldn't drink these. I just wouldn't drink them. But I mean, some people have to have them and they want to have the taste of beer. And every time, at least once a month when I'm at the store, I see people buying this. Not this brand, but usually O'Doul's.
Or that Budweiser Zero. Man, that stuff flies out of
Now the Budweiser Zero, some of the older people are gonna stick with their old duels, you know, which is the original, I guess.
Yeah, they
And
were
as
so
opposed-
non-alcoholic.
Then there's the Sharp from Miller. Some people drink that, you know, the Sharps.
Yeah, the funniest thing is when I went in there and I inquired one of the clerks who was up on the stairs or whatever and doing some stuff. And I said, "Hey, can you show me where your non-alcoholic beers are?" And she says, "Why would you want non-alcoholic beers?" I said, "Well, I just want to try them." I said, "I've heard about them. This one's it tastes like beer."
That's a bad employee because they're supposed to say,
She's-
"Sure, I'll show you where they are."
She says, "Well, it's only one or two reasons why you'd have that. Is you're an alcoholic or or you're old and can't drink anymore." And I was like, okay.
Hey, y'all need to get on that employee.
Yeah. Cheers.
And they have non-alcoholic
I
stouts.
think she's just trying to be funny. I didn't think
Yeah.
she was being rude in any way.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do it. Non-alcoholic stouts. They had non-alcoholic India Pale Ales over there. I never tried them, you know.
Yeah.
This one has
And some of them can run you as much as the
regular
price
beer,
of
yeah.
regular beer. So, I mean, I can understand why people are like, well, why would you want that when you can have this? Or why would you have this when you can have that?
Right. The body on this one is very light. It's only 70 calories. There's a honey flavor.
Uh-huh.
So
I
the
am getting
malts,
that.
the malts have a honey flavor.
It's real light. I mean, think of the lightest beer you ever drank in your life.
But so
And
it's
then,
55.
and then tone it down. That's it. Again, it's like beer water.
Yeah, so you have honey, there's like gluten taste, which is like the juice of barley or wheat, gluten. You can buy gluten in liquid form or powdered form, by the way. The sweetness level is low, like probably 1.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness level is maybe a hop out of 5 hop cones.
So do you
Finish
see?
is pretty crisp.
Do you see
fairly crisp.
where there's a market for this?
There's a market. I'm not in the market at this time, but if I had to buy a non-alcoholic beer, I'd probably pick this one because
Okay,
Seems
that's
less-
not what I asked.
offensive. Yes, I see that there's a market for it.
Right.
Obviously.
There's actually market research that the younger generations are stepping away from alcoholic beverages.
Oh yeah, they got non-alcoholic bar rooms now.
Yeah, and now they're looking to get, well, it started with the coffee shops and the teas and all that stuff, so they're looking to, of course, have this and then do their THC and their little.
That's what I was about to say. The only problem is they're abandoning alcoholic beverages to entertain non-liquid refreshment, which could be a problem for sure.
So I can see where, if you go to visit your grandpa and grandpa can't drink beer anymore, you bring this over, hey grandpa, you don't want to have one of these with me? Or somebody that's like diabetic or somebody that's got some kind of medical
Taking
condition.
medicine.
Yeah, and they want a beer.
You've had times where you took
That's-
medicine and you couldn't drink alcohol, so you bought these kind of things, right?
Yeah, there was some times like during Lent too.
Oh, right.
Rather than having alcoholic beverages, I would occasionally have one of these to,
That's right.
satisfy the want for a beer.
Has a little crackery note also.
It does. I'd say it's good. It's a lot less offensive than I thought it was going to be. Meaning that I thought it was going to taste like the old school O'Doul's, which was nasty.
I thought it was like a C- or a C.
Oh, you're already grading this?
I'm talking about O'Doul's years
Oh,
ago when I
yeah.
did video reviews.
Right. Oh, you don't do video reviews anymore?
Video reviews for NA products, what I'm saying.
Ah.
I can't remember which one I like the most. This one is probably the best so far. So
I'll tell you what.
I'll give it a B. 84 out of 100.
For non-alcoholic,
Yeah, good.
I'm going to give this an A minus because it does not have, and I'm grading, of course, what it is. It's a regular old beer, and everyone likes a regular old beer every now and then. There's nothing offensive to it. It doesn't have any kind of strangeness going on with it. The only strange I found was on the head. It had like a little floral note going on with it, but it had everything. It had the crack. Everything's light. There's a light cracker. There's light barley. There's a light burn going on with it too.
The honey.
Everything's light, and a little honey note. So, what's not to like about it?
Well,
You're gonna give it a B. That's fine. I'm surprised. not an A here, but I give it an A minus.
What number?
I'll give it a 90.
Okay.
And what's your number?
84.
84.
And I'm scoring it within the style,
That's
but
not bad. And I'll tell you what, this is a budget beer too.
budget
Can't go wrong with budget beer.
product. Yeah, I guess the Koch company started in 1863, and it says Penn's Best, and I'm pretty sure they were some kind of like Philadelphia company.
Master, somebody was from the last name of Penn.
No, I think they were in Philadelphia.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
a little interesting side note, back when Pennsylvania and Delaware were British colonies, they both had the same governor. They had different state governments, colonial governments, but they had the same governor, the same man for both colonies. I guess that they considered Delaware too small to get their own governor, so he had two jobs. All right, so anyway, les bon temps relais, and we're going to end this review by saying visit the Fred Koch Brewery in Rochester, New York.
And if you see this, pick it up and try it. It's not bad. I gave it an A minus. I think it's pretty good.
You know, if it's bad, I give it a D.
Right. We've had alcoholic beers where